All right, so did you serve in the Vietnam War?
I never did serve in the Vietnam War, although I was drafted. But because I was married, nobody who was married had to join. They didn't draft people who were married. Later on, they even made it stiffer than that. They didn't take in people that had children. And a lot of other things. It was a funny war. It was not a war that the Americans took very seriously, even at first.
Yeah. And did you know anyone who served in the Vietnam War?
Yeah, I know a lot of my friends served in the war.
How did the Vietnam War impact your view on Cold War policy?
Well, it wasn't so much on Cold War policy as it was on the difficulty of fighting a nation that you don't know a lot about and that didn't fight. The war wasn't fought in the way wars had been fought before. I mean, it was fought by men, it was fought by women, it was fought by people who came in from North Korea and made believe they were South Koreans, and the usual people that don't like the United States anyway.
Why was the war unpopular among the American people?
I think basically because we didn't know much about those people. That's number one. Number two, it wasn't one of our natural enemies. It was, it wasn't Russia. It wasn't China. Although we hadn't gotten that badly with China at that point, we was beginning to. But I think it was a crazy war. It was just a very different war. It was yielded for good reason. I mean, we went into it for good reason. The people of that area were getting hurt by North Korea and probably by China, although China would never agree to that. So that's how I felt anyway.
Okay. And is there anything that sticks out when you think of the Vietnam War?
I think the thing that does that for most Americans is how badly we treated servicemen who were in it. When they came home from the war, they were treated like, they did something wrong, and they were just doing something for their country. And that was a real problem with the war. And it was caused by, we didn't have good intelligence on these people. They did things differently. They attacked. I mean, a good friend of mine was there, and he told me that they'd walk along the street in the morning, and they could be attacked by just a group of women. That's unheard. And they had no uniforms on. They just looked like they were out doing their gardens or whatever, and they would just start shooting them. So it really was a very difficult war for us. It wasn't a traditional war at all.
Did you support Richard Nixon's plan of Vietnamization?
I think Nixon was forced into that because he would have been probably the first president to be in office when we we didn't actually win that war. It was stopped. And there, most people think that the North Vietnamese probably won it more than the United States, or certainly more than South Dakota. The southern part, it was the part we were with. But
Did you overall support the Vietnam War?
no. I supported the people that we sent over there to fight it, but in the beginning, I think we all supported it, because when the United States goes to war, we always think, well, it must be for good reason, because we depend on our legislators and others and the military people to tell us whether we should be there or not.
Uh-huh.
They were all saying we should be there, and most Americans didn't want to lose the war, and actually, in many ways, we did lose the